Welcome to Belmar Breakfast Bites, where we chat about how nonprofits can leverage Salesforce and how Belmar is here to support. Get comfy, grab a bite, and start your mornings with us.
Just that morning talk show style vibe, you know what I mean?
Cool. Anyways, yeah, speaking of NPSB and Salesforce and stuff like that, I feel like, I don't know, this whole past 2 years with the pandemic and everything, it's I felt that it's had an impact on every aspect of life.
Thinking about the pandemic, but also
Yes.
just generally in the next coming years, like what's looking ahead for nonprofits, really?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's what got me interested because, a lot of these, a lot of for-profit enterprise level organizations, already understand or, had prioritized doing a lot of big digital transformations.
Yep.
And I feel like nonprofits, typically, they're more focused on servicing those in need or their mission.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes technology is put on the back burner. So I felt like this whole past 2 years has really put business technology to the forefront of priorities for these organizations, because when people start working from home and things like that, it really emphasizes the need for tools that really help.
Yeah, I guess it got to a point where people and companies just had to adapt, right?
Yep.
So I think maybe something that was coming anyway, which was a slow move towards digital tools to work on a lot of day-to-day business processes. I think a lot of charities just had to pick those up by necessity.
100%.
And then now we're just following the next stages of that as more and more people get technology versed and are able to use the tools that they're existing. I guess that's why a lot of charities and nonprofits are starting to pick up digital programs like this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like another way that nonprofits have used this time to reanalyze, how they do their business or do this, not only fundraising, but also how they manage, clients for, those human services organizations.
Oh yeah.
And they've actually started to use Salesforce for more than just donor cultivation and fundraising.
Yeah.
Now they're tracking, volunteers in Salesforce as well. They use that as a platform to track all of their clients and programs, and also for like case managers who need that individual one-on-one interaction time and need to log their notes and stuff like that. They're using, Salesforce's new products that really help them in that process too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, you're right. It's not just fundraising. So there's been a load of pushes towards digitizing different programs and services that nonprofits can run.
Yep.
So a few years back, I was working for an organization that runs mental health and well-being training across BC. And I'd worked with them a few years before, and the sessions were always in person. So when the pandemic hit, it became impossible to run those sessions, and they had to cancel all the sessions that they had lined up.
Wow.
Even in advance of that, though, they'd always been limited by having a physical location.
Right.
That certain parts of BC just weren't accessible, and you could never get training to those people. So for them, they were actually able to pivot really quickly, and a number of their facilitators were really quick to pick up Zoom, started running courses over Zoom, and then made them accessible to the whole of BC.
Yeah.
So what happened there is that you had people who were able to join up who'd never have been able to come to one of those courses. And I guess there was a change in how the courses run because of it being over Zoom, but at that stage people were pretty familiar with that.
Yeah.
And you then had a huge amount more people able to participate in that course.
That's true. I think it really expands their ability to reach different clients of, doesn't matter exactly where you are. I guess as you're saying, they're not constricted by that physical facility or location anymore.
Yeah, and for some people, that training being online actually worked out a lot better. I think in a lot of cases, some people found the process of going to an in-person event intimidating, and maybe actually stopped people from going in the first place.
Right.
So there was a whole group of people that were able to come along to that course because it was for the very reason that it was working remote. Cool. So I kind of wonder in terms of program delivery in future, in the same way that a lot of workplaces are thinking about how their staff can work in a hybrid model, I think service delivery in some cases is now going to be considered.
100%.
Yeah, there's a hybrid approach there as well, right?
Yeah, there's there's a couple of clients that I've worked with that they have, maybe 10 to 15 different programs that they run provincially. And some of those programs are a lot of like educational type programs with dealing with youth or going to young adults as well.
Yep.
And a lot of those, some of those have actually transitioned to fully online programs.
All right.
Which is really awesome. And as you were saying, it's more that course-based programs that they deliver, and it really enables them to just deliver to a wider audience. And one way that a lot of organizations are, helping the engagement with their clients is actually setting up like interactive communities or portals for either their volunteers or their clients to log into so they can see and track their progress real time, which is really awesome.
Yeah, you're totally just empowering your, maybe it's your volunteers or maybe it's your staff, but just by putting tools in people's hands. First it was a necessity and now it's really hopefully empowering people to do their best work. Tom in the morning.
Cheers, man.
You seen that?
No, I haven't.
No? Oh, okay.
There's nothing in this cup.